All right, welcome again. How you guys doing tonight? Welcome back to Caribbean culture and lifestyle. Caribbean culture is where we come together on a Friday night and we discuss the culture of the islands. In Caribbean culture and lifestyle, we trying to highlight different islands that no one really hears about. People hardly hear about these small islands, so we try to highlight them and their culture. So if anyone want to travel, they have option instead of just knowing about one island. There's several islands you could actually know about through Caribbean culture and lifestyle. Tonight, I wanna hit a topic about basically what is going on now. I'm seeing a couple articles, and I'm gonna be showing them as well, where the Grenadian Prime Minister and also St. Vincent Prime Minister is basically talking about slavery and they need apology for slavery because we all know what slavery was about. I mean, we wasn't there, but the history is there. Even sometimes we mightn't get it exactly how it is, but at the end of the day, we get some truth and certain thing make a lot of sense and certain thing it makes sense. But at the end of the day, we can pick sense out of nonsense. So what we're talking about on this platform, we want people to do their own research. Even though we talk about it, you take your time and do your own extra research for get your own confirmation about what we discuss on this live. All right. So welcome, Fifi Johnny. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Welcome, Boy Blue. Thank you for being here. Welcome, Jim's Entertainment. How you guys doing tonight, man? Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Hope everything going good with you guys. I hope you guys bless and everything working in your favor. Thank you guys as always for coming through. Truly appreciate you guys. Yes, guys, so we're gonna be talking a little about the slavery area and you had a busy week? All right, all right. I understand. That's how it is sometimes. That's how it is sometimes. And you gotta do what you gotta do while it's there. You know what I'm saying? Me myself had a pretty so far, a couple of weeks so far, pretty busy weeks, but still doing my thing, man. But just do what you gotta do. Stay positive, stay focused, and be blessed, man. Be blessed. Thank you guys as always for coming through, man. Yes, guys. So I'm gonna put up an article. I'm gonna put up an article here where we're gonna read through. We're not gonna stay too long. We're just gonna read through a small portion. Then we're gonna go on another article and we're gonna read through a small portion again. All right. So give me a second here. I hope you guys can see. It's too fine, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, it's fine, but okay, let me read through it for a little bit. All right, let me read through it. Damn, how it gets so fine. Oh, I think I'm sharing the wrong one. Give me a second, guys. Let me stop sharing this. Okay, all right, all right. Okay, I hope you guys seeing this one. Oh man, I hope you guys seeing it. But let me read through it for a little bit. All right. Basically, the article, let me see who, is Jamaica Observer. Shout out to Jamaica Observer for this article. So I'm reading this article from Jamaica Observer. Shout out to you guys. And the topic is Grenada Prime Minister renews call for UK apology for slavery. Okay, but this is basically telling us here that basically what it say he renews, so meaning like he did it before, and this may be the second time how much time he calling for it. Okay, and also I read an article where St. Vincent and the Grenadines is doing the same thing. But I'm gonna reach a little here. We're gonna talk a little about it, and then there's a next one I'm gonna present with St. Vincent as well, because I think the history is there, and even though we mightn't get it how it really happened, at least we're getting some bits and pieces, so we got to figure it out and put it together. So it's a St. George, Grenada. Grenada Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell has renewed call for the United Kingdom, UK, to apologize for slavery in the Caribbean and its other former colonies and to pay reparation. All right, so when we sit back and we look, right? When we sit back and we look, we realize that is a lot of things happening in the past, and a lot of a lot of the islands lose in many ways. A lot of the island lose in many ways, and who was benefiting is mostly British was benefiting. So now all that the people went through or the countries went through, they're calling now for an apology and reparation for. Do you think, I mean, when you sit back, do you think this is possible? Do you think this will ever happen where these people will actually come and say, I'm sorry, and admit? Maybe it might happen, but not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Because admitting gonna open a door, like for say, yes, okay, you admit to something. So I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, but I mean, nothing beat a child, right? In an interview with the UK magazine, the Independent, Mitchell criticized Britain for failing to apologize for capturing and enslaving African people, adding that its failure to show remorse sent a bad message. Ooh. Oh, wow. This, man, and this is a young guy. You see, this is a young guy. This is not them older one way. This is actually a young person that standing up and he feel like what necessary need to take place. But not going to hold. I hear that, boy Blue. I hear that. I don't think. Well, maybe I might be wrong, but I don't know if it will happen. But you know, we all know we wasn't there, but we all have an understanding that many things take place. Many things take place in them time. I don't want to call them out, but many things take place in them time. And I guess Mitchell feel like, yes, they should apologize for that situation and pay reparation for all that people actually, you know how it works, man. Then he continue. If the UK want to continue being a country that demonstrate that it uphold the value of justice, fairness, democracy, and equal treatment of human being, then it should be upfront in apology for slavery, Mitchell stated. Oh man, this guy sound like he means some business right there, man. This guy sounds serious. This guy sounds serious. But will it happen? That's the thing. Will it ever happen? Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Wow. All right. Let me see again. Okay. Let me read another part. Then we're gonna go over to the other island that, and then maybe I drop the link, and maybe anyone want to come up, maybe we could just elaborate on it a little, not too deep. We just, cause we learning as well what's actually taking place. Okay, see, Mitchell stated, though asked by multiple prime minister of former colonies, neither King Charles, the British monarch, or Richie Sunak, the British Prime Minister, have offered apology or commitment to pay reparation. Sunak said, trying to unpick our history is not the right way forward, while King Charles recently spoke only on his sorrow and deeply understanding of slavery. Ooh. Reluctance or refuse to do so send the apology the opposite message, Mitchell told British newspaper, adding that in Grenada, as a former colony of the UK, we recognize the legacy issue that we dealing with, and therefore I think it's the decent thing to do, frankly. All right. Okay. Well, the brother make a statement right there. The brother make a statement, and he sound very firm at what he said. All right. But will it happen? Will it happen? Okay, Fifi Johnny, the UK is and has been for many, many years trying hard to keep down the topic and strategies that were handed down on the native people of men. Right. So this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that apology will take place. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Because according to the article, King James basically say sorry for, you know what I mean, but maybe I don't think they feel that's enough. If they are sorry, then they need to do something right, because a lot of damage was done. So you're right. Do something about it and pay the people sometimes of company, right? And besides, they still have control. Even this, right? Exactly, exactly. And they still, even because even though they pay them, they still drawing money from that place. So paying them a portion, it's like you gaining it back at the end of the day. So my thoughts on it is, will it? I will be asking the question, will this ever happen? Do you feel they will ever apologize for this situation or do and pay reparation, or you feel like it's not gonna happen? Wow. All right, so I'm gonna go over on another article where we're gonna read something similar to what is going on here. All right, and then we could proceed on it a little more. Let me find this other article. So let me stop sharing this one. Stop sharing. Okay. Okay, guys. This one, let me see. Okay. Support the phone. Okay. The Guardian. I'm trying to see who support the Guardian. Okay. Shout out to the Guardian for this article. All right. Shout out to the Guardians. If you guys interested in checking out the Guardians, you could also check them out. I will put a link in the description. So shout out to the Guardian for this article. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I'm going to read you a little portion of it. The title is The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prepare to Confront Dark History of Slavery in Court. Okay. All right, guys. So now they're taking it ahead further now. Okay. I realize that it's getting serious now, and the people start to act now instead of talking. So people trying to get apologies and reparation. So now they're making it to another step. So now St. Vincent and the Grenadines is actually taking them, like they're taking the matter to court and let the court decide, because it seems like it's not going to happen in any other way. Okay, so let me read a few in this. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a string of islands that stand out in the Caribbean. Holidays, brochures, and the destination with the most turquoise of water, the most pristine of white sand beaches, home to the ultra exclusive private island and celebrity hangout, mustique yachting paradise, a population of 110,000 people. 110,000, that's the population of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now it is becoming the perhaps unexpected center of pan-Caribbean move to redress one of the great horror of the 19th century, the transatlantic slave trade. It is the fine matter of our age, says the Prime Minister, Ralph Gonsalves, as he peers out towards the Atlantic from the veranda of his family scheduled villa in the ground of an old plantation on the main island of St. Vincent. Okay, all right. So guys, you see what's going. Hey, Life from Scratch, how you doing? Thank you for being here. All right, guys. So you see what's going on now. So Saint Vincent and the Grenadines is actually preparing now. They want to take it to the next step because I see an interview the other day. I saw an interview with Ralph Gonsalves, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, did an interview. And in the interview, he addressed the situation and basically he was more focusing on apology. So I guess that didn't happen. So now he taking it to, they want to take it to another step now of basically to the court because maybe that's the only way you might able to get it work out. So what you guys think, man? What you guys think about this topic? I'm gonna drop the link to. I'm gonna drop the link if anyone feel like coming up and share whatever little thoughts you wanna share or what you think. Cause this, I mean, this is getting serious now, man. These islands is getting serious. People actually pushing forward now. If anyone feel like coming up, you could always come up. If you don't want to put on your camera, I know you guys, so that's cool. Other than that, any other person, they will definitely have to put on their camera. You guys are always here, so and we always on a positive light. So I don't mind if you don't want to show the camera, but anybody else they will definitely have to show their camera. But yes, guys, what you guys think about this topic? What you guys think? Do you guys think it will ever happen? Or you guys think maybe it might just happen? But if you notice, many places looking for that right now, but I'm gonna more focus on the Caribbean tonight. I'm not gonna go at other places. I'm gonna focus on the Caribbean tonight because that's what it's about anyway, the island. But I don't think it's gonna be that easy. I really don't. Let me see again. All right. The outspoken 67-year-old who often referred to himself as Comrade Ralph has been in office for almost 13 years. 13 years. I guess this is an old article then. 13 years. Because I'm on there over 20 years now. He said his attempt to seek not only an apology, but money from those European powers that built fortune through the trafficking of, you know what, across the ocean. In front of him is his moral duty, and it is one he pledged to devote his energy to as he prepared to assume the leadership of CARICOM. Wow. Wow. This is serious. It seems like it's an old article, but a recent one the other day, I see he did a interview. I wonder if I could find that interview, man. The interview where he was actually speaking about the same situation and what he feel and what he think should be taking place. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I find that. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see if I find that. Okay, all right. Let me see. Okay. Okay, give me 1 second, guys.
Through song and through the readings to draw out of people that which is good, noble, and of high quality in them. And I thought, therefore, it was a good linkage of things traditional, things modern.
Did the coronation make you nostalgic for your country's links with the monarchy, or more determined to move to a new tradition for
Well,
yourselves?
during the service, personally, those parts of it which required incantation, um, I didn't do those parts. I did the parts which involved the scriptures.
For the incantation to the king, no.
The British monarch is our monarch. We do not swear anymore an oath to His Majesty. We swear allegiance to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I would like to see very much a severing of this link with the British monarch. I don't accept, and I cannot accept, that someone who was born in the United Kingdom, grows up in the United Kingdom, lives in the United Kingdom, can be the king of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Would you go as far as saying that you now resent it?
The thing about resentment, simplicity, it can lead you easily to a journey of hatred. And the truth is this, that as an individual, I have appreciation, much appreciation for King Charles. Similarly, I'm a proponent of reparations for native genocide and the enslavement of African bodies. And he is in favor of a constructive conversation, a mature conversation.
What does that process of reparations look like to you and the people of St. Vincent?
Well, it's a complicated matter, but there are legacies of underdevelopment linked to native genocide and the enslavement of African bodies that you need to help us in a very special way in doing this repairing. We have to work in a partnership. And by the way, look, Britain made and remade the Caribbean, and in the process remade itself. And we, from the Caribbean, when I say Britain remade itself, you walk down the streets, you see the results of colonialism and the enslavement of African bodies, migration. You have a British Prime Minister who is Hindu, an Indian, at least of Indian descent.
Part of the argument about reparations is also the idea of apology, of
Yes.
saying sorry. Should the new king apologize directly?
Would the British Political Directorate permit him to apologize? That's an important question.
That's a very important question. Would it ever happen? Let's continue.
Would you like to see the Prime Minister
Do it?
apologize?
Of course. The Dutch Prime Minister can do it. You want to tell me a European Dutch Prime Minister can do it, but a man of Indian descent can't do it? I will find that strange.
Would you expect a Prime Minister of Indian heritage to be more forthcoming on this issue?
I would expect so. I believe he would have a great understanding of this issue. I'm not in his shoes, so I don't know what are the restraints, what are the constraints. But I'm absolutely sure that he'll have a profound understanding of this matter.
And does Britain, in the end, as more countries move towards removing the monarch as head of state, does it become diminished?
No, I don't think that diminishes Britain at all. I see tremendous promise. And I see the king, the new king, as someone who can nudge the efficient side of government.
Prime Minister Gonsalves, thank you very much for talking to us today.
Thank you.
We now hear it now from, that's the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in his own ward. In his own ward. Oh, yes. This is complicated, and I don't think there will be. When you apologize, you are admitting. Apology is admitting, so I don't think anyone gonna want to admit that. When you know, it's just how it is, man, and you know, a lot of people. This is why a lot of things is so going on with people today, because people like this thing passed on in DNAs, man, where people still traumatize and all kind of stuff through their DNAs, run through their children, run through their grandchildren, where they still, some people still can't recover, man, because this thing is for real, man. This thing is serious. But at least there's people who are actually trying. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know how it goes already. Well, I think Barbados already separate themselves in some form of the other. I don't know how. I can't speak too much on that because I don't get the full information about it. But something I was reading the other day with Barbados, some form of detaching themselves in some way. I don't know if it's fully or not. But at the end of the day, people start realizing what's going on, what went on, and people actually proceeding to get changes or to get paid apologies. But apologies is accepting you did something wrong. So I'm not sure if anybody ready to make that kind of statement now where they apologizing, because it's going to be many ears will be listening. You know what I'm saying? So we all know how it works. We all know how it goes. So at the end of the day, I'm not sure if it will ever happen. Or maybe it just will. They no longer answer to or pay the crown. They no longer answer to or pay the crown. We're saying, oh, you mean Barbados, right? So Barbados basically detached themselves from that situation. So they do not have a, okay, okay. Because the governor general is where does be there to make sure that everything go accordingly. That's where the governor general, they down there living. Some of them living right in the island. And they're there just to make sure that everything goes right and accordingly. You know what I'm saying? When money got to be sent, when money got, man, this is for real. Wow. Well, I guess other people, other islands start working on it. So if Barbados was able to detach themselves, maybe other country might be able as well. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Let me see something here. Okay, let me see. The Governor General, right. Hear the name, Governor. Yep, yep. Yep, Trinidad did. Oh, so okay, all right. So Trinidad did it. Barbados did it. So I guess other island now walking towards it, but most people looking for apology and reparation. Maybe it might be easier to get that separation than to be looking for. I mean, nothing wrong with looking for it, but it might be easier to get the separation than getting the apology and the reparation. So wow, man, this is real stuff, man. This is real stuff. Let me see something here. Okay, there's an article also. Okay, let me see. Me 1 second here. Okay, this is an article where this is Barbados. Barbados become a republic, renouncing British Queen. So right, so Barbados become a British, becomes a republic now. So wow, okay. So I guess other people is trying to get there. Barbados has become a republic, replacing the British monarch and its head of state and solving its last remaining colonial bonds nearly 400 years after the first English ship arrived at the Caribbean. Wow. Okay. This is some real deep stuff, man. When I say some deep stuff, I mean this is real thing to really sit down and digest, man, because there's people went through a whole lot, man. People went through a whole lot. People actually went through a whole lot and still going through a whole lot today. So I just hope that anyone who come in after and watch this live, I just hope that just remember, guys, this is just for informational purpose. I cannot confirm anything. It's just informational purpose because I was not there. So you do your own extra research. This is just a spark of the fire, a spark. So you do your own research and find, and maybe you might find things from your own research. All right, this is informational purpose only. We're not giving out professional advice. It's best you do your own research at times. All right. So yes, guys, this is this is something else. I say that for real. So right now, Trinidad, Barbados has already separated themselves. Grenada is actually looking for apology. St. Vincent, they're looking for apology and reparation. Well, they're all looking for reparation. Grenada looking for reparation as well. And for what we're seeing now, we realize now, like St. Vincent want to take it to another step, which is to the court. So we know that ain't gonna happen overnight. We know that gonna take years to work out. So maybe we might be lucky to hear something, or the next generation might be able to get that information. It's a good conversation to have because the UK don't want this conversation happening simply because they were right. That's the thing. These conversation, many people don't want to touch them because they're sensitive. You know what I'm saying? They're sensitive, and when the more people discuss, the more people gonna dig, the more people gonna realize, and this is what I don't think anyone wants right at this moment. But nothing wrong with knowing, nothing wrong with gathering information, nothing wrong with learning about your culture and what take place. I don't think nothing wrong with that. If you did get it in the first place, you wouldn't have to dig. You see what I'm saying? If you did get it how it is in the first place, you wouldn't have to be searching today because you already have it. But you have to dig because certain thing makes sense, and now you're realizing what's really taking place where countries, some of these islands start standing up and looking to get reparation and apology. So they wouldn't want to just stand up and expect demanding apology if nothing had taken place. So something had was to take place for them to be demanding these things. All right. So as a man, listen me, it's just for educational purpose and for us to just do do their thing. You know what I mean? How did Trinidad and Barbados do it? Well, I really can't give you too much information about that because I didn't even know Trinidad did it. Is an article I was reading and I realized Barbados has separated themselves in some sort or the other. So I cannot give you too much, I cannot go into too much depths into that at this moment, but I'm sure I will in the future. So whatever they do, maybe other people can do it as well. But I don't know. I don't know if Jamaica did Jamaica do it because no Jamaica changed have their own monies. So there's Jamaica, there's Trinidad. Who else have their own money? Barbados, right? Trinidad, Jamaica, and Barbados. Them four islands, I think. Three islands supposed to, I think, have their own currency. Exactly. How many wrong things they did with no heart, too many lives. Yep. Made up just to control the state. Exactly. Exactly. It's so much. So, but why though? Everybody could live, man. There's enough for everybody. There's enough land to grow food for everybody. Everybody could grow their own thing. There's enough for everyone. Yes, right. They have their own money, right? So they basically have their own currency. Yes. Okay. Can't really speak much on this. We'll have to. Right. I understand, Boy Blue. Not me myself. You know what I mean? I can't go too deep into it because I don't. I'm learning about it as well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to give out information that I did not do my research and get into. So basically, this is what I'm just showing, like with the newspaper say, and you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't go into the depth of it as yet. So I myself can't say too much about the topic. Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, and Dominica use Eastern currency. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry for that, guys. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me see. True Boy Blue, but I believe that generally people are becoming more interested in this topic and want something to be right, especially the young, especially the younger generation, who basically seeking for answers because yeah, basically at least Ralph is an older guy, but at least he trying. And the young guy in Grenada, he is trying as well. Who else? You know what I'm saying? Who else is actually trying? Is there anyone else trying at this moment? Maybe. I don't want to say no one is trying. But at the same time, people are getting away and they need to get something done about it. So I'm just saying, man, it's just an eye opener, and it's just to see that this is why things gotta change, because this is why everything gotta turn around. This is, you understand? Because of too much light is coming now, too much light, too much things is revealing. You remember, knowledge will be revealed to the babe and suckling. That have a meaning. You understand? That have a meaning. The new generation, the information gonna be revealing so fast. So you can't maintain, you can't continue with this, because it not gonna make sense to the new generation, and they will be asking serious questions. So everything gotta change, and everything do change over a period of time. I think over a period of time things change, because you cannot maintain that, because people eyes just get open and people start to ask questions. So it always will be changes. So yes, I don't know, man, but I'm just saying it's a lot, and it's a lot to digest. It's a whole lot. Hey Mike, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here. It's a lot, it's a whole lot to digest. But almost every part of the world, man, people went through stuff like this, like that. Almost every part of the world, people went through stuff like that. And is it stopped or it's still happening? It definitely did not. Still happening in certain places. Still happening. So yes, it's a beautiful night. It is a beautiful night. And sometimes, man, you just want to know why, why certain things, man, when there's so much land and so much food and so much everything. You know what I'm saying? So much everything. Why we gotta be struggling like this, man? So much land, so much water, so much places to grow food, so much. Why, man? But that's how it is. That's life. What we gonna do? Just got to look to the future now. Look to the future. But that does not mean you don't want to know, you might not want to know about your past, but you want to know about your future as well. Your future is important. Your future is where you got to focus on, man, because it's coming, and as we see, it's strange. Yes, you're right. I agree with that. You're right. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. But you know what? Sometimes when you sit back, when you sit back, right? When you sit back and you think, you want to know, like, how the kind of stuff does be done. You want to know. And then the crazy thing about it is, believe it or not, I believe there's a lot people don't know today. I believe it's so much we don't know. You know what I mean? I believe it's so. Let me show. In life, right? In life, The only thing you really know today is just think about it. The only thing you really know today is getting up, sleeping, bathing your skin, cooking food for you eat, or you might be able to grow something. Some people ain't even know how to grow anything. You understand? The way how it is so simple. Get up, go to work, or you might learn out, that's basically what you know. I think there's way more. I think there's way more to learn and more things to know. But we so limit down in a box that it's like we just making circles, doing the same thing every day. Sleep, wake up, get ourselves together. Either we go to work, who working for themselves, whatever. Same thing every day. If you go to church on a Sunday, you go to church, get yourself ready, back to work Monday. You see what? And that's what your life is based on. I think it's way more. I think life is way more than that. I think life is way more than that, than just getting up, go to work, cook, eat, sleep. Nah, I think it's way more than that. But we just making circles because if you don't know, you just don't know. If you only know that you go into this mountain, but there's only one road they show you, go to this mountain. Get up, walk up the hill, climb the hill, go straight up to the mountain. You know that's where you're gonna go. You're gonna go every day, you're gonna go up that mountain. What about trying from the side? You see what I'm saying? So we just the cycle continue, I think, because we fail to look with it. Yeah, well, obviously, when you tell people, when you have a conversation with people and you say, you know what, you got to look within yourself. Because many of us look outside, out there. We're looking for things out there. We're looking for, but we not look within. You know what I mean? You're right. We got to look within ourselves. When you look, I don't know if people understand when you look within yourself. It's like when you look within yourself, it's like these eyes are closed and you draw yourself in yourself. You understand? So at the moment you're not using these physical eyes. People, we use these physical eyes to see physical things. You know what I'm saying? But when come on within ourselves, these eyes got to close and draw yourself in. And then you're going to realize how powerful you are. But if you're looking out, you're not going to understand the power you have because you ignoring yourself. You're neglecting yourself and looking out there, searching for what? When you could find it within. So you're right. We should have been living more freely in the Caribbean, living off the land, not breeding much to survive, but to introduce the influence from these. They don't sort. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We love too much. No, no. All right. All right. All right. My thing is, if I wanna be if in control of something or pause, you're not gonna be, and you know the truth. You know what gonna make them break. You're not gonna tell them. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna wanna hold that, and this is how we grind on. So nowhere you go, there's anyone teach you growing up as being yourself. Few people might tell you love yourself, but you with your own common sense supposed to know you should love yourself. That's where we start from. Being yourself, loving yourself first before you could love anybody else. You see, that's the only how you could know, you could understand love is by loving you. And then you can love others. But it got to start from within you. You know, many times, like I look at this as a metaphor. Maybe many people might look at it as okay, that's word for word, that's how it is. Yes, I look at this as a metaphor. Everything starts from home. Sometimes I hear a lot of times, oh yes, everything starts from home. What do you mean everything starts from home? Well, for me, where is home is within. You check what I'm saying? That's my opinion. Yeah. Because when come on parents and growing kids, growing children, there's parents who do all they had was to do. There's parents who never drink, who never smoke, who never do none of these things. But yet the children grow up and doing it. You check what I'm saying? So how you gonna tell me that everything starts from home? Do that make sense? Do that make any sense to you guys what I know, silly? Growing up, they say everything starts from home. Where is home? Is home is where you live in, or to me is up here. The thinking, where up here, that's where it starts from. Because like I now mentioned, you bring up children, you never do certain things. You was great, you never, and the things you never do, they end up doing it. So where did that start from? Home? That's my opinion, guys. That's my opinion on that part. Home to me is within, not your household where you resign. No, I don't think so. They turn out waywards. Yes, yes, that's it. That's it. That's it. We looking where do we got to look in? You're right, planter. Yeah, that's my opinion, and this is what I keep saying. I agree, planter. Yes, thank you guys. This is what I keep saying. Many things is in metaphor, allegory. You know what I'm saying? And we taking it as word for word. You check what I'm saying? How could everything start from home when you never do nothing that your child might come, children come and do? You never smoke. You never drink. You understand? They come drinking and smoke. Where did that start? How could you see what I'm saying? So how could you tell me everything start from home and you telling me that home mean in your mother house from the no? That's I don't know. So yes, I do believe home is within. We make the children, we don't make, exactly, right? Exactly. So how could everything start? So I don't buy these things, and many times I have these. No, I don't. I really don't have this conversation no more. The reason why I don't have this conversation because some people are stuck in their ways, and when you see certain things, it's like you know what I mean. It's like the kind of so I just leave it alone. But when I say like they might tell me something, and I will say, you know, that's an allegory, right? You know that is explaining a story of something, and they will say, no, no. Listen to me. I remember, I remember this on my last on a live I did recently. I did talk about Galatians chapter 4, verses 24. One of them where Paul was talking about, and I had the discussion and I give them the scripture. I say, read the scripture. They read out the scripture. And after they read out this, I give them other scripture. They read it out. They read it out. And still trying for give me explanation of what it means. So I say, you know what is so I don't really try to because if you do it, you're gonna catch yourself back and forth all day because some people do not accept certain thing as allegory and a meaning of something. Not everything apostles say or you read, they mean exactly what they're saying. Sometimes there is a picture they're drawing. You know what I'm saying? Like I can say, man, I was going up the road, man, and I fly over the man. If you see how I fly over the road, man, and you're gonna feel like you're gonna say fly over that road. What do you mean you fly over that road? That didn't mean I put on wing and fly. That mean is either I run fast or I really walk fast and I get over the road so fast. So I'm drawing a picture of man, I fly over the road. If you see how I fly over there, man, I reach over there in no time. That's a picture. So now if you taking it as word for word, you're gonna say, he ain't got no wings. How could he fly over there? Are you stuck right there? You see what I'm saying? You stuck right there. Man, he lying. He ain't got no wings. How the hell could he fly over there? You see what I'm saying? And this is what's going on. We stuck with the allegory and then we stuck right there. Like we stuck right here. Can't go nowhere because we stuck with the allegory and when it actually give is a picture of something it now give you here. You now got to figure out the picture and say, okay, what do you mean he fly over there? He ain't got no wings, so he gotta be he run over there. Or he walk fast go over there. You see what I'm saying? So you got to extend yourself instead of close up yourself to allegory. You understand? We do that many times. We close ourselves to allegory and a picture of something, a meaning of something, and we stuck with it. You understand? And we stuck right there into the allegory instead of which nah, he ain't got no wings, so he cannot mean he fly over there. Got to be something else. It's got to be he run over there or he walk fast go over there. Instead of stuck and Oh no, he lying. How the hell he ain't got no wings? How he fly over there? He's lying, and then you stuck right there. This is what we do to ourselves. We got to figure out what is allegory and what is direct statement. Not everything apostles say sometimes is a direct statement. Some people speak in codes. Some people speak in codes, and you got to figure out some people speak in metaphor. You got to, you understand? But if you know taking what stuff words for words, that's where we stuck. We stuck where we can. Oh man, you understand? But if you expand yourself, expand your mind, expand your thinking, you're gonna realize, nah, that can't be. And then you start thinking, and that gonna draw the whole idea and make you have an understanding of what the post is saying. Instead of just close yourself into the allegory and taking it as word for word, that is where we just mess up ourselves sometimes. We got to know the difference. When somebody make a statement, you got to think it out. Ah, okay. Just like what I now said, if he don't have no wing, and he say he fly over there, he got to be something else he's saying. Can't be. He don't have no wings, so he couldn't fly. So he have to be a metaphor. He telling you. You got stuck on saying, "Oh, he lie, he lie, he did not do that." You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm trying to say, guys? Like the old lady that went to see the doctor because she wasn't feeling well. The doctor said, "Miss, your body run down." She said, "No, I take a bus." You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This is a good one, boy. This is a good one. Metaphor. No, you see? She take it and she stopped there. Instead of she said, "What you mean my body run down?" You understand? And start thinking it out. She just jumped to, you understand? She take a bus. You see what I'm saying? This metaphor and direct words does really could really mess with us. And this is for real. This is for real. This is for real. The doctor tells she her body run down. She ain't thinking maybe what do you mean my body run down? What do you mean I walk too hard? Maybe I do too much? Maybe I need more rest? She not looking at that. From the time she hear run down, her mind already clicked to a bus. You talk about, oh man. You see that this, you see what I'm saying? And this happening on the regular. This happening, this is serious thing. This is actually serious thing happening. Where we taking other allegory, metaphor, and actually taking them word for words and then stuck in that area. Instead of we try to think it over and say, well, boy, no, this ain't make sense. So it can't be. It gotta mean something else. We just put in our own thing. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So yes, guys, allegories, a meaning of some is a meaning of something, a picture of something. Basically, it's codes. People speak is speaking in codes, in metaphor. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't directly what it's saying. It meaning is like it's a picture of something. Just like what boy blue now say. You see what I'm saying? So yes, allegory do mess us up. And we gotta know the difference of allegory and how to apply it and know how to dissect it at the same time. Because if we ain't dissect it, we're gonna stuck with word for word. I hope that makes sense, guys. I hope that little statement makes sense to what I'm basically trying to explain. Allegory is a picture of something, and it ain't exactly what the phrase, direct word, exact word, what the person say. It ain't have to mean the exact word. So sometimes we have to know the difference. And we got to know when something in makes sense, and then you could say, nah, maybe it means something else. It can't be. Yes, so we all live in this world today, and we just got to understand that time is changing, and I don't like to go into this topic, but we rail up a certain way. We rail up where we been taught almost everything. We did taught almost everything we know today. Is not you didn't experience it. Most of the thing you know today, some of us never even experience it. We just heard about it and we just graft to it. And let me tell you something. In our grandparents, don't get me wrong, our parents, our grandparents passed on a lot of values to us because they also have their little experience too. So they passed on a lot of values to us. But one thing you got to remember, there was people teaching them as well. So our job is to dissect the metaphor them that they're giving us. We got to know what makes sense and what not makes sense, and we just take what makes sense and just leave the rest by the side. You know what I'm saying? Take what makes sense and leave the rest by the roadside, because some of them is what they've been taught. You see the experience part, the part that they experience and whole life that they actually experience and share with you, that value is value to hold on to. But there's information that they've been taught that we don't even know if it's correct. So I think trying to analyze, trying to figure out before we hold on to this belief system, and then we catch ourselves stuck in the same situation our parents and grandparents were stuck in. But the new generation is different now. They're asking questions left, right, and center. The kind of question kids asking these days, you want to know, you understand? You got to be careful how you answer them. You you got to be careful because you cannot give them no. I remember, in old times growing up, I'm sure some of you remember this, right? Growing up, when a woman have a child, you know what they used to tell you? A plane, a plane dropped the baby. Yeah, they never tell you and that was crazy, right? That was crazy. That's another allegory right there. You see what I'm saying? There was just right. That's another metaphor allegory when you really look at it. Because they used to say it's a plane dropped the baby, right? They don't want to tell you, oh well, such and such did whatever and they get pregnant and they have the baby. They tell you it come from a plane. That's an allegory now. So now you see a plane. Instead of you say a plane, what do you mean a plane? You see what I'm saying? So yes, they used to take a plane and they are not afraid to ask questions and they don't see it as the, not at all. Not at all. But why asking questions should be disrespectful anyway? You see what I'm saying? Why asking question should be disrespectful? I don't think it should be. It's information you're looking for. So why shouldn't you ask question? How will you know? How will you elevate? You see? Yes, that's what, right. Yep. Sometimes the kids ask you a question. You have to take, yes, yes, yes. Because you cannot answer no dumb, you can't give them no dumb answers. So if you don't know, it's better you say, you know what? I'm thinking the same thing too. No, you know what I mean? And you better go try figure out something how to come back to them. You cannot answer question to these kids today and not knowing what you're asking them, knowing what you're telling them. You know, kids asking you these days. You know what kids asking you these days? Kids asking you these days. So who create God? These are the thing, kids and young kids asking these questions. Who create God? If God create everything, who create God? These are the question. A kid asked me that already. A kid asked me that question already. And my answer was, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm asking the same question because I couldn't answer. You check what I'm saying? Yes, boy, with the question opened my eyes to a lot of things that I didn't realize. Okay, okay. I remember when I did ask my mother if Miss Joy, if Miss Joy pregnant. All I, I that's out of place. How could you ask your mother a question like that? That's being out of place. That's being disrespectful. How could you ask your mother a question like that? Yes, of course you're gonna get too slapped. Man, you lucky you ain't get too kicked to man. Yes, but that's how it was, man. And I think that create a lot of problem. I really do. I think it create a lot of problem because you couldn't ask question. So if you can't ask question, how would you know? So you get dumbed down because you can't elevate, because you can't ask question. You only got to listen to what you've been told. This was how it was. Just listen to what you've been told. Don't question me. You see what I'm saying? So, but in this time, you surely cannot tell the young generation anything about don't question you and no, they're not gonna feel good about that. They surely ain't gonna feel good about that. But this is where we are today, man. We are today in a different world, and guys, we definitely enter into a new era. It's already here. Believe it or not, it's not gonna be this. It will not be the same like how it was 10 years ago. Most time is not can't answer, is don't want to answer. Right. Well, that's basically it. You don't want to answer incorrectly, so it's best you don't answer. You put that off. Instead of trying to be Mr. Intelligent and trying to answer questions. You know, Like for instance, right? There's some people, if you and them talking, like you're doing scriptures, right? And you quote it, you tell me, right? We dealing with scriptures out of the Bible, right? And if we're dealing with scripture out the Bible, okay, let's deal with the scripture out the Bible. So the script, you say the scripture is the word of God, so let's deal with it, okay? No, when you start to pull scripture for them, they're trying to explain it to you. I say, this is what it's saying here. What are you explaining? You understand? This is what it's saying. What are you trying to explain? Because you understand? Because the problem is a lot of it is in allegory and you can't take it word for word. So when you pull these scriptures to them now, they're trying to tell you, oh, so you know what I mean? So this is why I don't like to have that kind of conversation because it takes too much out of an individual. Give me a second, guys. All right, guys. Sorry for that. Sorry for that, guys. Yes. Okay. I'm saying good night. All right, life from shots. Good night. Thank you for coming through. Eddie Mood, what's going on, man? Thank you for coming through, man. What's going on? Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Yes, so like I was saying, man, we got to know how to dissect the allegories and instead of just taking everything, we got to know how to dissect them. We got to make sure we know how to and when to apply them and when to dissect them because if it not makes sense, it's gotta be an allegory. If it not makes sense. If it makes sense, you gotta make your judgment accordingly. But yes, guys, appreciate each and everyone for coming through. And don't forget, guys, if anyone wanna come up anytime, and basically what we're doing, we're trying to highlight islands and the culture of different islands. So we're trying to have people coming up. You could always come up and basically speak about your island, not nothing personal, just culture of basically your food, your beach, the way how you should, what I mean, go to school, you want, whether you're a kid, the bus go to school, or you used to walk, just highlighting the culture of different island. So we're trying to do that. So if anyone interested in coming up anytime, you can always email me and we can arrange that, because it's a blessing to able to have these conversations. Hey, Devote, your pest video went viral. Okay, that's wonderful, man. That's wonderful. Yeah, the mood. I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out. Thank you, Fifi. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Don't forget, every Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we here having conversation about the Caribbean islands and highlighting different islands who not getting that people never even heard about. All right. So we appreciate each and everyone for coming through tonight. All right. Thank you guys so much. So is anyone, yes, guys. So like I was saying, if anyone want to come up anytime and have, I think I have it right, it's going across the stream. You could always email me and we could arrange for you to come up. And if you have a channel, you have the opportunity to speak about your channel as well. All right. Uh, oh, it was just a tomato hano. Okay. Well, that's wonderful, man. Good to know, man. That's good to know. You're right, the mood. People searching for information is just, man, the information, certain information gets stifled down, man. You hearing? Oh, I mute. You hearing me? Okay, okay, all right. Okay. Thank you. Yes, certain information gets stifled down, man, but just keep, all you gotta do, man, just keep do what you're doing, guys. Keep pushing. When you're doing something positive, it only could be hold on for a certain time. There's time that nothing could keep it from you know what I mean, to go in to take its course, you know what I mean? At its own time, at its right time. Okay, kind of. Yes, guys. So in Jamaica, they're really pushing agriculture. Well, that's wonderful. That's good to hear. I was speaking to someone, and they were what they was telling me that the younger people trying to get back, which is one of the best thing they could ever do. Agriculture is the biggest market, biggest people got to eat. How could you not go have land and ain't growing nothing? Biggest market you could ever find out there. How could you not grow anything? Fruit trees, anything you're supposed to be able to grow. One of the side effect of, yep, yep, yeah, man. But it's always a blessing, man. Well, guys, don't forget every Friday night, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're right here, just enjoying ourselves. Sometimes we joke all night. Sometimes we, get straight to the point of the information. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, always remember we got to do our own research after, you know. They need to put agriculture and animal husbandry back in. You know, I remember growing up in school. I remember in an area they had an area where you could have go on where they used to have food. So, and I used to love that, but I was really young at them time. That just disappeared, man. That disappeared a long time. That disappeared really long. I remember it was there, and as a little boy, we used to go and wet it, and you know what I mean. That was my favorite. But then that just before I finished school, that was out already. That didn't even last a long time in my period. Maybe the kids them before, but in my time they didn't. So it's a long time that comes out of school. A long time. But it was one of the best thing you could ever have going on. It's a way of survival. If it's one thing people supposed to know is how to survive. Instead, they allow foreigners to come and snatch up the land and leave no provision for. Okay, it's all about money. Taking about citizens, invest in one accord. All about how much I can put in my pocket. And at the same time, selling out the people. Advise man having fun while. Yeah, man, yeah, man. Yeah, man, yeah, man. That's what I love, man. Over here is fun and learning at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So we always come together every Friday night and have a wonderful time here, man. So yes, guys. So thank you guys for coming through again as always, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Fifi. Thank you, Boy Blue. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Live from Scratch. Thank you, D Mood, for coming through tonight, man. And everybody who passed through tonight, we appreciate you guys, man. And don't forget, next Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be right here again having a good time. Maybe next week, we might be having a fun time where we actually laughing and talk, because sometimes we over here, man, listen to me. Yeah, man, thank you, boy, bro. Thank you, man. Sometimes we over here, man, and we joking, rolling, belly hurting, all kind of stuff, man. So it's a good place to come and hang out, man, on a Friday night. Because you surely, before you leave, you surely will learn something. Something might spark you that you wanna do some research. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Panther, for this. I hope this information is able to go far to reach people, to educate the and yes, man. Thank you, man, and thank you guys for coming through and being here with me on a Friday, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget, guys. Don't forget to check out Fifi Journey. Fifi Journey have a channel. Don't forget to check her out. So much you can learn. Don't forget to check out Dimu. Don't forget to check out Mike. You can always learn something from everyone, man. All right. So as always, guys, thank you guys. Hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful weekend. See you guys next week. And yeah, James as well. Shout out to James as well. Thank you for coming through. And you guys have a blessed and wonderful week. Stay positive. Stay blessed. Be motivated. And always remember, you could motivate yourself as well, while you could get motivated from others. All right? All right. So you guys have a blessed and wonderful night, man. Peace, love, and blessing to each and every one of you. All right? Good night. Respect to all.